And welcome to the Garfield Heights City School District Board of Education regular board meeting. Today is Monday, July 21st, 2025. I call this meeting to order. Could I get roll call, please?
Yes. Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas? Ms. Morrison?
Here.
Dr. King?
Here. And could the record reflect that Ms. Thomas has an excused absence?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Could I get a motion to adopt the agenda as presented? So moved.
Second.
That was moved by Ms. Daniels and seconded by Ms. Morrison. Could I get a roll call? Is there any discussion?
None.
Could I get a roll call, please?
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. At this time, I would like for us to take a moment of silent reflection and the Pledge of Allegiance, which will be led by myself. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Could I get a motion to approve the minutes from the June 9th special board meeting, the June 16th regular board meeting, and the June 30th special board meeting as presented?
Second.
That was moved by Ms. Cox and seconded by Ms. Morrison. Is there any discussion? Could I get roll call, please?
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. At this time, we will have the board president's report. I hope everyone is enjoying their summer and the scholars of the Garfield Heights City Schools are recharging for another successful upcoming school year. Your hard work from last year will continue as we approach the fall. Take some time to relax. Don't forget, learning opportunities are around every corner, and we will see you next month. The first day of school for grades 1st through 12th is Friday, August 22nd, and for kindergarten students with the last name beginning with the letter A through K, Thursday, August 28th, and letters L through Z would be Friday, August 29th. We also ask that you mark your calendars for Saturday, August 16th for our annual back-to-school bash from 1 to 4 p.m. at the high school. This event has been one of our most fun and important events in the district during the school calendar year. And the district will feature back-to-school supply giveaways, games, activities, music, and entertainment. Hope to see you on August 16th. Please keep in mind that the Garfield Heights City Schools leadership is assessing our efforts to be as fiscally mindful as possible, balancing the direction from the community and our responsibilities to successfully and efficiently educate each and every one of our scholars in the Garfield City Schools community. You will see another renewal levy on the ballot this coming November, which renews funding that has been in place for many years in our community and will not increase taxes. Please do your best to become informed about this issue as the district makes information available to the public. This concludes my report. Are there any questions on the board president's report?
Madam President,
Mrs. Daniels?
is there any plans for informational sessions regarding your last statement and the renewal levy that you did last time?
I'm sure we will be having some informational sessions as well as the coffee with the treasurer and superintendent. So we will have opportunities for the community to learn more about the renewal levy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? All right, we'll go on to other committee reports. Are there any committee reports? I will report from the Wellness Committee that our athletic director was able to obtain 100 free mouthpieces through the Delta Dental free mouthpiece giveaway program. So he was able to obtain 100 free mouthpieces for our scholars, our scholar athletes. Are there any other reports? All right, hearing none, we will go on to the superintendent's report. Dr. Reynolds?
Thank you, Madam President. There are several items of importance for the Garfield Heights City Schools community that I wish to share, and with attendance from the entire school family. So first, the district will host its annual back to school event on Saturday, August 16th from 1 o'clock until 4 o'clock p.m. at 4900 Turney Road, which is the high school, and it's going to be in the main parking lot. There are families and students that can receive supplies and giveaways, as you stated, meet their teachers, and also have the first overall school community experience. Please make sure you mark this on your calendars. The first day of school for the Garfield Heights City Schools will be Friday, August 22nd for students in grades 1st through 12th grade. And kindergarten students will begin to split schedule format on Thursday, August 28th for those whose last names beginning with the letters A through K, and Friday, August 29th for those last name beginning with L through Z. I would also like to extend a great Bulldog congratulations to Mr. Brett Dawson, who will be serving as the Garfield Heights High School Band Director. We are certain that he will continue to provide that outstanding leadership for students and for the district. So please be sure that we're supporting our music and our arts department. Parents, we will continue, as we continue through the summer, I ask that you continue to read to your students every single night. Have them even to read to you. Take them to the library for library field trips for brand new books, and our focus this year will be on literacy across content areas, and we need your help. And throughout the year, we'll continue to develop opportunities for you to be a part of what we're doing as a school district and how we can help you as well. I am very much so committed to this partnership. And we look forward to another successful school year, so please enjoy the remainder of the summer and see you next month.
Thank you, Dr. Reynolds. Is there any questions for Dr. Reynolds in his report? Okay, next we'll move to remarks from the public regarding agenda items. Don't have any? All right. Now we'll go on to 8.1, which is the approval of the financials for June 2025. So could I get a motion to move and waive the reading of 8.1 and 8.2?
So moved.
Second. That was moved by Ms. Morrison and seconded by Ms. Cox. Any discussion? Mr. Oko?
Madam President, yes. So, as we all know, June, final month of fiscal year 25, went smoothly. Our June 30th cash balance for the general fund was $5.9 million, and we started the year at 9.4. So, again, ran a deficit budget this year, as we looked at in May with the forecast. What does that mean for us? We have to do, again, some more prudent financial planning moving forward, but it does give us that clear view picture that fiscal 25 is over. We can move into fiscal 26. We close fiscal year 25 in 3 days, open fiscal year 26. And I would say the biggest takeaway from this financial report is our grant funding. So our grant funding, as we all know, the Federal Department of Education froze some of the funds, Title IV, Title III, Title IIA. They did not freeze Title I, which is our school improvement, student improvement, which is the largest bucket that we get. It is important to note that because of the frozen funds from the Federal Department of Education, the State Department of Education and Workforce also froze those funds and clawed back that from our application for fiscal year 26. Even though we're substantially approved to spend those dollars. What we need to do now is fully expend fiscal year 25's allotment from the grant funds, which we plan on doing before 9/30, which is the final expenditure report due date with that 15-month carryover for grants. And then we have to take a real look at what the frozen funds in the new appropriation bill will do for some of those Title II, Title IV, and even the Title VI, which is the IDEA funds. Luckily, the Title I funds were not touched. They were still given, we still appropriated that, but with the other ones in flux, it's been very difficult for us as we do expend some of those funds as of 7/1. So we did continue with that, given that, the assurance we have from the Department of Education and Workforce is that those blocked grants will make its way to us at some point. They just don't know when. So I would put an emphasis on monitoring the grant funds this year, because those are the ones that would be up in the air as of cuts. And Title IV specifically, because they are very on track of eliminating anything that touches DEI initiatives, and Title IV is what they claim to be really DEI oriented regarding the well-rounded education of the student. So Title IV, and we utilize that fund quite heavily during the year. Other than that, it was a smooth fiscal year-end close. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Olcott?
I do have a question.
Yes.
Do you think that that will change with the funding? Because there seems to be a direct correlation with removing funds and what is assumed to be DEI. Do you anticipate any changes?
Yeah, so from what we know from Washington, when President Trump signed in the One Big Beautiful Bill on July 4th, is what it's called, they essentially froze the appropriations for funding for some of those title funds. And the idea is to strip down the federal Department of Education and block grant to the states those dollars, as long as you're not teaching or using those funds against what the current administration thinks is appropriate for the use of those funds. The biggest ideation of that is DEI initiatives. The federal Department of Education truly believes that school districts like ours indoctrinate our students with DEI initiatives without fully understanding what a DEI initiative truly is and what we do with those funds and assisting the well-rounded education of the student. So I see in the future that as long as we have the trifecta we have in Washington, they will continue to strip down federal funds, block grant to states, and then state legislatures will be in charge of appropriating those funds as we see fit. And what does that mean for us? We just watched what happened to our school district with the biennial budget, and layer on top of that those funds would be included in the next round of budgets in 2 years for the biennial budget. If that were to be the case, which is what they're doing right now. The Supreme Court has, again, limited the power of injunctions to stop the dismantling of the Department of Education at the federal level, and we can realistically see the state of Ohio tying our federal funds, title funds at the state level to like the elimination of DEI mandates across the board, and anything that would be cloaked as a DEI initiative in annual fiscal audits. That's where this could go, and most likely with our Republican legislature in Columbus would go. So that, if that answers your question,
It
Dr.
does.
Reynolds.
And just kind of off script of the financial piece, just
Yeah.
a little bit. Have they even defined what they perceive is DEI? Or are they just kind of leaving it out there so that anything that tingles their spidey senses would invoke a response of something negative?
So yeah, I can give you two answers. At the federal level, they're very good at cloaking their determination of what is a DEI initiative and not. At our state level, they are very open with it now that they've gerrymandered themselves into a supermajority every 2 years. At the federal level, there are still some moderates that will push back on certain things, but we all have to remember that this is a direct attack on blue states and their push for equity in school districts and the way that they do that. And the Southern Republicans in Congress think that that is indoctrinating our students and indoctrinating wealthy suburban districts with DEI initiatives. And they're very racial based. And you can tell in the federal bill that was passed that they're very based on attacking black and brown minority school districts first, and then rural white districts second. And the legislation speaks for itself, but a senator would not come out and say that in Washington. Rather, a senator in Columbus will say that to your face. And they do.
Yeah, and these questions are not meant to spark a political conversation at all. It's to spark a conversation on how our kids are impacted on the day-to-day. There is concern from our department, from central office, that some of the services that we're providing for students that responds to their needs is going to be attacked. So that's why I wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page on our response and our conversations. And again, it is directly about what is happening to the children that we're serving right here. And I wanted to ensure that that conversation was being had.
Good one, Dr. Arnold.
It's been on my heart.
What's that?
It's been on my heart.
Is there any other discussion?
I have one more thing for you, Madam President.
Yes.
8.2, Resolution 2025-36. We're transferring money from the general fund into the newly created 035 to cover severance costs for our teachers that retired who do not opt to take the EPC plan. So that's the first tranche that we'll move into. Again, be more transparent on our total severance costs moving forward, because right now they're lumped in the general fund. So now we can get a clear and accurate portrayal of what we spend severance-wise for employees moving forward as a school district.
Thank you. Any other discussion? That was moved by Ms. Morrison and second by Ms. Cox. Could I get roll call, please?
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. All right, could I get a motion to move and waive the reading of 9.1 through 13.1?
Second.
That was moved by, or is there any discussion?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Madam President, one question, I know we talked about this during the, work session. Dr. Reynolds, can the board be provided with some data regarding the exit interviews of those who, resigned?
Yes, ma'am. It was very important that we had those conversations, and we'll be sharing that with the board as soon as possible.
Also, one other question, is there anything you would like to share about some of the new hires that are coming on? Especially, I see that we do have some new, like a new assistant principal, just anything that maybe stands out about some of these new hires and individuals that are coming on board to the Garfield Heights City School District to serve our students?
Yes, ma'am, and I mentioned it a little bit in the board report, the superintendent's report. But Mr. Dawson, who's done very well for us at the middle school. As a matter of fact, he came on, and once he began, he hit the ground running. He's taken on leadership roles, whether it's dealing with music or not. He's just been an active participant in making sure that we are progressing as a school district. And we're very excited about what he's going to be bringing to the high school. He is definitely a lover of music, and he cares about children as well. So he is going to bring a new level of excitement for that program. And as I discussed a little bit earlier, we want to make sure that we're pushing kids to be a part of something, whether we're talking about our athletics or our arts and music, or even just kind of clubs. We want kids to be active participants as well, and we think that he will be actively, you see how he grew the middle school program, and we're anticipating that he will continue to do those same things at the high school, so we are very excited about that. Also at the high school, as we've already talked about with our new principal at the high school, he's also been working to build his team, and he's hired a new assistant principal who will be bringing a level of excitement there. She's a former ELA teacher, I believe. ELA?
Special ed.
Special ed, a special education teacher. And that is an area that we are, every year we're trying to improve our efforts in special education. Those are students who need our support and need it consistently. And she's gonna bring a new level of support there. But we are very excited about the new folks who are added to our team to bring that new blood, that new excitement, those new ideas. And also, just speaking of new ideas, what we're trying to do as well with our teachers and our staff who's been here, I want to really push them to start thinking about passion projects. I've seen that in the past, and we've hired someone in our new agricultural science position, and he's bringing a level of, I don't know, passion and commitment to this, and we want to make sure that we're doing that for all our teachers. So I will be encouraging our teachers to bring their passion projects to the table. Let's figure out how we can fund those projects. So we'll be coming back to Phil and asking Phil how to fund some of these projects, but I want that to be a thing because I saw how the passion was just ignited in this teacher, and I want to continue to do that.
Thank you, and I think that's a great idea about the passion projects. And I know you were doing some of those SOFA talks, and we were able to see a lot of that when you sat down with the staff.
Yeah.
So that was phenomenal, and I do want to congratulate Mr. Dawson also. I have an 8th grade band student, and one piece that you did not share that he's very good at is his parent engagement.
Yes.
I think he has been the most engaged teacher with the parents, and he just doesn't send us messages, but he educates us on the impact that band has on our students and the importance of their participation and our participation. Like, he's always communicating out to the parents, just in a way to educate us on how to be a better support to our students in the band program. So
And
that's a big deal.
I think that's one of the reasons why it's grown so quickly, because he's bought into the idea that we do our best for our kids every single day, and we can't do our best if we're not partnering with our parents as well. And he's bought into that, and he's leading the way with that. And so I'm anticipating that he'll continue to do that at the high school as well.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? All right, so that motion was made by Ms. Cox and seconded by Ms. Morrison. Could I get a roll call, please?
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. All right, could I get a motion to, I should have added this in, rule away the reading of 14.1. Yeah, just 14.1. Should have added that to the other one.
So moved.
Second.
That was moved by Mrs. Daniels and second by Ms. Morrison. Is there any discussion? All right, hearing none. Could I get a roll call, please?
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. Did I get a motion? There aren't any. We do have one policy, but I have to do that one by itself, 15.3.
Yes. 15.2. What does your agendas have on it?
Pay to play participant proposal.
Yes. So I know we talked about both of those. We can do them separate. We can just discuss 15.2 and then
do 15.3
if you'd like.
15.3. So let's do them separately.
Okay.
Could I get a motion to move and waive the reading of 15.2.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Discussion. This was our pay-to-play proposal. Anything anyone wants to say? Dr.
This is an area that we don't want to be in the situation that we're in right now. We'd love to be able to provide these opportunities for our students because this has been something that I've always pushed again to be involved. But this is where we are financially, and that's why the tough decision has been made to bring this in front of the board.
Thank you. Any other discussion on pay-to-participate proposal?
I have a question. So it's not just sports. Are we including Music Express and band, and are those separate?
So, Music Express has already been paying a fee to participate for I think a few years now. And then I believe the pay to participate was going to be across the board for
Okay.
all student activities. Does that sound?
Unfortunately, yeah.
All right, thank you.
Any other questions or discussion?
And, Madam President,
Mrs. Daniels?
and, it says that the due date for these payments will be May 1st, so families will, once it's assessed how many programs the student participated in, families will be assessed that fee.
Yes.
Are we still in a position, okay, but we do have a contingency plan?
We do. We do.
So if the levy, if we are able to pass the levy, the district will be able to cover these costs for our students.
Yes, there has been discussions on how we can ensure that those monies that have been paid will be returned as well. But this is to ensure that, we are able to purchase the things that we're able to purchase for each one of these programs. But yes, there is a contingency plan in the case that we are then able to fund it ourselves.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? All right, so that was moved by Mrs. Daniels and second by Ms. Morrison. Could I get roll call, please?
Yes, and right before that, this is just to approve the reading of it, correct? To waive both readings of this proposal policy?
Yes, this is a recommendation. Let me go back and make sure that that's clear with Mrs. Daniels and Mrs. Morrison. It's recommending to waive the readings of the pay to participate and to approve this said policy. Just wanted to make sure that that was clear. So does your motion still stand, Mrs. Daniels?
So moved, yes.
And Mrs. Morrison?
Yes.
Second.
All right, so that was moved by Mrs. Daniels and second by Ms. Morrison. Could I get roll call, please?
Yes. Mrs. Daniels,
Yes.
Ms. Morrison,
Yes.
Ms. Cox,
Yes.
Dr. King.
Yes. Next, is our open enrollment, policy, and this is, again, recommending waiving the readings of the policy and to approve said policy. Is there a motion on the floor?
So moved. Second.
So that is moved by Ms. Cox, and second by Ms. Morrison. Discussion?
Yes,
Dr. Reynolds?
this has been proposed to the board in response to our fluctuating enrollment that has happened because we are a transient population. And one of the things that we've been working on throughout this year is to make sure that it was something that we felt was fair. And also that we didn't just kind of open the floodgates. Because one thing that we want to do is ensure that the students who choose to enroll in our school district are also students who commit to participating in one of our programs, whether it is the AG program, the agricultural science program, whether it is the band or athletics. We want to ensure that they are students who are coming in to be involved. Again, we've talked about students who've been involved over the years. You've seen it with our top 10% has always been students who've been participating. So we're encouraging more and more students to participate, and any students that we anticipate that would want to be enrolled in our school district, hopefully they're coming to be a part of one of those programs.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments?
Madam President,
Mrs. Daniels?
Dr. Reynolds, do we have, as the department that is handling enrollment and registration now, do they have the management policy or the management instructions to ensure that we have a smooth process for enrollment this year, especially since we're, opening up our enrollment, and just want to make sure we're not going to have some of the same barriers that we had last school year, and have we had an opportunity to implement those procedures into our policy manual yet?
Yes. So what we wanted to do was ensure that what happened last year with kind of the issue that we had with registration, that it never happened again. So we have placed everything in writing, that these are the processes we're doing, and each department has placed their processes in writing. We're going to continue to adjust those things, but just to make sure that the processes are never lost ever again, or we're cutting corners. We want to make sure that we're doing everything possible to make sure these are smooth transitions, especially for parents who are enrolling students. So yes, all the information has been provided, all the adjustments have been made with the department, even with the new member of the department. The training has been different as well, to train in the way that we don't have any issues. And so far, so good. We haven't had any issues with enrollment, but we had a few phone calls asking about our open enrollment pieces, folks who are interested in being a part of our school district. And we want to provide those opportunities for students who are coming in focused and coming in wanting to be a part of what we're doing here in Garfield Heights.
Will you be marketing these efforts to the community?
Yes, we will. We already started with just developing a plan of action, of just kind of ensuring that information is getting out. We have so many things that have been happening over the summer, and we have not been putting that information out. We had our football team hosting camps. We've had things happening over at the schools where we're doing summer schools, summer programs. In this room, we've had a summer program running this year where we're just working with kids, high school students, and helping them with workforce development as well. So there's a lot of things, but what we haven't done an excellent job is, and we need to do much better, is getting that information out. And that's why we've been developing the plan according to our strategic plan, and Mr. Whalen has done an awesome job with just lining up how we're going to be communicating with families, how we're going to make sure that we're consistently communicating with them, and the ease of getting that information out. We've updated our website so far, and there's still those things that we are working to clean up on the website, because it basically took information from one website and placed it on the other. But he's done an excellent job with developing these partnerships, and even on top of that, it is an app that folks will be able to basically sign up for or download, and it will give them access to all of our information on our website. And our principals will have access to go ahead and post information while they're at an event. So we are trying to improve what we're doing, because when I'm telling everyone this, it is 100% the truth. There are a lot of awesome things that are happening in our school district, and I want everyone to see all the things that are happening. So that's why improving on our communication was extremely important. So yes, we'll be getting all that information out there to our.
I'm starting to see flyers on social media from other districts, so that's just why I was asking.
Yes, ma'am.
Any other questions or comments? So that was moved by Ms. Cox and seconded by Ms. Morrison. Could I get a roll call, please?
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. All right, could I get a motion to move and waive the reading of 16.1 through through 17.3? So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
That was, well, is there any, that was moved by Ms. Cox and second by Ms. Morrison. Any discussion?
Madam President,
Mrs. Daniels?
can I get, some clarification on item 16.6? And that's the Connect Progress Book 6-month renewal. I thought we were switched over to Infinite Campus, so just wanted to know.
That piece has to do with Naviance. Naviance is what our counselors at the high school are using to help with understanding what students are interested in, to help guide their conversations and their enrollment in programs. That was something that actually popped up. The finance department had some questions about that as well. As a matter of fact, Mr. Whalen, are you familiar with the Naviance piece?
Yeah, so our data team and the Naviance team still need some of the legacy data from Progress Book that's still in there. The renewal that you're seeing is actually a 12-month renewal. We have the ability to cancel it in 6 months. They need a few more months to be able to pull that data over from the legacy platform. It's just to make sure that we have all of our previous information for our scholars that are still here in our district right now from over in that platform.
Madam President,
Mrs. Cox?
somebody managing that process, have they been given 12 months, or is there a time that they need to get that information over?
That's work going through our data team, so they've been working on that piece right now. That's why my answers are very, very general with you as far as that piece. Because of the Connect contracts go through the tech department, I know the general pieces off of that, but they have been working very closely with the high school staff on that piece as well.
So I can get more information for you.
Yeah. As far as timelines though, they've been given that 6-month window. The idea is we want to cancel this out in 6 months versus the 12, and we made that piece clear with Connect.
Because this is a cost, so it would be nice to know if.
Exactly what it is.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure we get that information.
Madam President?
Mrs. Daniels?
So the sooner we're able to, disconnect, we will not absorb, they will refund us, or we won't. Do we still have to pay this total amount if we don't use it for the whole year, or?
No, they charge us in 6-month cycles. So
Okay.
we can cancel it after 6 months and then be completely free from Progress Book. We ask them that right from the get-go.
So if we're not done in 6 months, we get discharged again?
We'll be done.
Right, we'll be done in 6 months.
We'll be done.
Do we get a plan from the data team as to what their timeline is in ensuring that we're done in 6 months?
Sure. I'll ensure that you have that information as soon as tomorrow.
Madam President,
Mrs. Daniels?
one more question. And can we, is there anything, make sure that we, audit, or just make sure that there's no more gaps with the system? You know, we get past this one and then we have to pay again because we need to capture more data, because now we see that there's another, loophole. Is there any way that we can make sure that, do we know for sure now that this is the last piece?
Yeah.
Or is there any way that we can find out if there's anything else so that we can kind of move forward with this data transfer?
I sure can ensure that.
They have weekly meetings with Connect too for just that purpose.
Okay.
It's usually Mondays, 1 o'clock.
Okay, so, yeah, and so hopefully Connect is giving us a full, this is it.
Any other discussion? Alright, so that was moved by Ms. Cox and second by Ms. Morrison. Could I get a roll call, please?
Ms. Cox?
Yes.
Ms. Morrison?
Yes.
Mrs. Daniels?
Yes.
Dr. King?
Yes. All right, is there any remarks from the public regarding miscellaneous school items? All right, so at this point, I would like to entertain a motion to enter into executive session at 6:42 to consider employment by Division G1 of Section 121.22 of the revised code, and for the preparing for, conducting, or reviewing collective bargaining strategy by Division G4 of Section 121.22 of the revised code.
So moved.
Second.
That was moved by Mrs. Daniels and second by Ms. Cox. Is there any discussion? Could I get roll call, please?
Mrs. Daniels,
Yes.
Ms. Cox,
Yes.
Ms. Morrison,
Yes.
Dr. King.
Yes, there will be no, action taken at the end of our meeting. Entering into executive session.